All right, guys, back again. I'm calling this 3.5, part 3.5, just because the last session was a bit short. Hopefully, we'll get a bit longer session, but again, let's get back into it. Hopefully, we can progress a bit more. So, last we left off, we were building a tenement just to get rid of the poor shelter debuff. That will help us pretty well because we want overall happiness to be high, and we also want to go ahead and build this shrine too. And it's good because we do have a decent amount of fun boxes, but while we're at it, this brawl pit doesn't need to be near fire. So let's also go ahead and build this, and let's go ahead and like put it over here. I think this is like a decent spot for it. So doesn't need to be heated, so we can also smack this thing down, and that should give us a good balance of our entertainment, and that should push us in the positive, because this is going to be 20, I believe, and this is going to be both will be 20, so 20 and 20. So great buff for that. It's going to help our people a lot. And then right now we're just building roads to everything that we have on the map. We do have a few people free, so let's go ahead and take a look to what we can possibly pick up. So maybe now that we do have a decent amount of folk, let's go ahead and get this rolling. You know what I mean? Get that rolling, and then unpause this, or let's go ahead and start this up. Heat these, unpause this, and there we go. And while we're here, we probably should repair this. It is 51 health, so we don't want to run the risk of anything, so we'll go ahead and fix that. But we could start producing components. That's going to be the biggest hurdle here, is components for sure. And so we want to avoid that issue as soon as possible. We can also think about, because these will be completely powered just by this solar panel alone, we should potentially look into maybe putting a water collector here, or a water tower, as well as a battery, to kind of have that be its own self-sustaining system. We do have one more over here. We could put someone here, but we don't have enough people because we put our 2 people that were free over here, and for good reason, because we need to get this going as soon as possible. Question is, where does this person go? I'm kind of curious. Oh, they're scouting over here. So this is about 88%. We did find more parts, so we should take care of those Ripper Bandits as soon as possible. And then we should also consider, there was another corner of the map, so we pretty much unlock 2 corners of the map. We could search in this direction to kind of see what's going on over here, or we could go in this direction over here. So decisions. Either way, we should find something decent for us, but we'll go ahead and find out soon enough. Insufficient construction resources. It's not good. I know we are running a bit low on wood, so that is not always a good thing to see. Wood is a bit problematic. Even with 2 lumber yards, we are still running low on wood, which is not ideal, obviously. At least we have things being built. We have extra medical tents in the event that we need it. Right now, the one that is operational has 0 occupants, so that means our people are nice and healthy. We don't have to worry about that. That's pretty good. We should consider putting another burner over here if the time comes where we are running out of shelter space. However, we do have 7 shelter space, so right now I do think we are okay. So we don't have to worry too much about that. Still no oil. So I think our next person should probably, because we have 2 oils right now, we aren't running into any plant-based nutrition issues, so we're good there. And we built the memorial. Oh, because no one is manning it. I was going to say, how come we don't have a balance of plus? That is interesting. But let's go ahead and fast forward. Maybe found something shiny. I think we're supposed to melt it down, because every time I allowed the warship, it was something bad. So I'm gonna melt down the statue. we get plastic, but we also get negative 25. So I guess there's just no winning on that one. Berries depleted. Okay, so let's go ahead and move. I don't think we have any more. Oh wait, no. Spoke too soon. We got some berries right there. So we're running. Obviously, we're running low on plants. We do have a little bit there. Let's go ahead and have him actually grab those while we're at it. Might as well, right? Oh, there's also a berry bush here. Whenever these people are done collecting, we should consider attacking those bandits just to get those, because we want to get all the resources as soon as possible. Let's see how our space is doing. So we have 67 and 71. Could probably use another, you know, now that we're looking at it, we could probably build another general storage. In fact, one over here is probably ideal just to handle whatever's going on over here. So let's go ahead and put one here. We are in the negative. We are consuming a significant amount of wood too, so that's obviously not the best, but hey, at least we're producing these, right? That's the important part. Producing 12. That's really nice. I think we need, was it 300? Like something really, yeah, like something really insane. So not too fond of how much that will take. But for the most part, I mean, we have the metal covered and we're going to get the parts covered here pretty soon. The fuel is going to be covered eventually, but as of right now, no. So we have 2 out of 2. I don't think that's good. These people freed up. So let's go ahead. Actually, let's put these people over here before we do anything else because we need wood ASAP. I think they could fight them on their own, but let's go ahead and do it. Because it's just 2, but they're Ripper Bandits, so I want to see how well they can fight. But we do have a tower here to help. Yeah, they should be fine. 1, they're fighting out under tower, and then 2, well, specialists are just really strong. Go. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So we'll get access to these parts. We do need the parts, obviously, to complete this. Whatever we can find is just going to be benefiting us. And, you know, also they drop sturdy clothing, too. So it's not a bad trade. And they healed immediately, too, which was really nice. They healed really quickly. But that's also because we have, you know, the fast speed going on, too. No active work area. Oh, they already got the berries. Wow, that was quick. I don't think that there's any decent berries that we can get. Uh-oh. Infection. No, that's not good. Specialist available? Yeah, we'll take another specialist. I would like to see more colonists, but I'll take specialists. I'm not gonna say no to a specialist. That's not good. Don't like seeing that. So that means that we're slowly losing people. Well, you hate to see it, right? But let's go ahead and push over here. Was it over here? Did we want to push this way? Wasn't there... I thought we saw some enemies somewhere. Was it just this? Could have been just this. Let's go ahead and undo that because we don't need you there anymore. Probably should... let's just go ahead and put a scout tower over here. Or a guard tower. We don't have scout towers. Might as well, right? So let's go ahead and put one there. Just so we can kind of see what's going on in this corner. Because we don't know what's going on. We don't really have vision. So we just want to remove that fog of war. Build a little road to it. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, so these people freed up. So it looks like they gathered all this. We have these people on the berries. And that's good because we're building a healthy surplus of vegetable food. We're losing a lot of people to infection, and we shouldn't be losing this many people. So that is not good. So let's see if, I mean, it'd be great if we could put a specialist in like one of these buildings, but they can't. I guess that's like the downside of them, is that you can't really use a specialist for something like that. So maybe, we have a lot of plastic, but I want at least one person on plastic. How are we on fiber? We don't have a lot of fiber. I don't like that either. We do have good venison. It is what's keeping us up. Same, like we don't have a lot of fish either. So I feel like we need to man this one right now. So let's go ahead and look into, let's see. Oh, that did kick up our entertainment pretty well. So that's good. But we do have 4 people infected. So, let's go and take someone off that. There we go. So that way this has a person in here now, so we can at least take care of the infected colonists sooner than later, because we want to take care of those people. I don't want to lose any more people. Labor force is also a constraint in this game, and for us to lose people like that, not good. You want to avoid that as much as possible. So that's also why we had, this, and I as soon as I saw that we were having a cold or a flu running around, I probably should have put someone in here as soon as possible to keep this up and running. So that was probably an error, because as soon as we saw like this ticking up, probably should have handled it a lot sooner. So that way we could have avoided unnecessary deaths. But unfortunately, we did run into a few deaths, as you can see. And so the burial pit is unfortunately working. Fortunately, unfortunately, however you want to look at it. But let's go ahead and keep going back to it. We got our bathroom station there, nice and neat. No pollution being created because these are toilets now. They're not outhouses, so that's a good sign. Concrete ruin depleted. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop for, not stop, but like slow down for a sec and see where can we find some concrete? Because I know we saw some up in the top right, but we just took that. So is there anywhere else on the map that we've discovered that has concrete? If not, then it's like, well, why are we keeping them there in the first place? Because then they have no job to do. So, oh, we do have one. So right here. So we got one. I think that's the only one. So let's go ahead and put them over here. Boom. And then let's consider, how do we want these people to get over here? I think that they're probably going to take this road over here. So let's go ahead and have them. Yeah, we'll just go here. It's not a big deal. And then we'll have these roads over here. In the event that we do use these, I'm not sure if I want to use these just yet, because we're not really in a rush to use these greenhouses. But you kind of get the idea, right? Like we're building roads in order to kind of give an idea of like where we want to put things. So same thing here. We can also put a secondary road over here. Boom. And then like that. See? So now we have a network. They have 2 ways to get in, 2 ways to get out. We could connect it over here. I think that's what I did before, but I haven't expanded in this area just yet. And I think, yeah, there was something here, but we took it out. So I think we're good there. So we could expand over there, but there's not really a point because they're not going from here to here, right? They're going from here to dropping off here. So if anything, a faster route would have been this way. But if you look here, remember, we're trying to avoid this pollution. For some reason, they block off this way. We could put a route this way. That's one we could do. So actually, it's not a bad idea. So let's go ahead and do that. So we could put one here. Oh, sweet. Exactly what we needed. Yes, we definitely want to accept you. Perfect. So back to where we were. Now I can't see. Okay. And so we're just building this to avoid the pollution, right? That's it. So boom. Now, if they want to go this route, they can. And it's nice because now they have a route that's more direct rather than going this way. So there's multiple ways to go around it. But either way, now they have... the colonists have options. I don't know how the AI determines what's the best way, but at least they have options at this point. Let's see. Can these fine folk do anything? They could... Well, no, we already have those people over there, so that would just be a bit extra, right? I'm not seeing anything that they could... Oh, well, I guess they could get this. Yeah, let's go ahead and have you guys work on this. It'd be great if we could have specialists build roads or something, or have them do something instead of just idling, especially on this one where it's like, you know that they're not going to be doing much because we've already handled most of the things on the map. I mean, we could, and I don't like the idea, but we could have them hunt the deer that are on the map, and that provides a form of food. You know what I mean? Like we could hunt the deer. I like to keep the deer just because it's more of an aesthetic thing, but you know, to each their own. I just like how they look. I think they're pretty cool. Same with these fierce mice. So we could hunt them if we need the venison, but right now I'm not really looking to hunt them. So, but that is something that you could do. I just want to let you know that is something that is a possibility if you are running low on food. But right now, honestly, keeping one fully stocked, it's not fully stocked in this case, but oh, actually we do have 3 people. So we should consider, actually, let's go ahead and, now that we have some people, okay, so that's going to expand. Let's go ahead and put a guard post over here, now that I think about it. In fact, let's put it right here, because in the event that we decide that we want to use these nice grand tool shops and grand tailors, they'll be protected if they ever get attacked. I don't think they would, but that's just a just in case, right? You always want to have backups and contingencies for things, and that is, you know, at least we could defend ourselves in that regard. So here we go. Oh, I didn't like that. I liked how it went down the first time. There we go. I like that better. And then we can have a nice little offshoot there. And then we'll have a road continue to and through in case there's something else over here. Spoiler, there is, but I don't want to say what it is. And the same over here, there is something, but let's find it more organically and natural once we can get this up and running. All right, so we got some how are we doing on this plastic? Yeah, we're fine. We only have 1 person. Honestly, we're not consuming too much anyways, but we are building up a nice surplus of concrete. We are building more components, so that's great. We want that. And that's entirely contingent on our firewood production, which again, we're not doing too hot. So in fact, we might want to consider putting up, let's see, a second lumber, or a third lumber yard. A bit crazy, right? I know, a bit crazy, but desperate times call for desperate measures. So we got to do what we got to do. I would prefer to avoid all this pollution, right? So probably not going to build it on this side of the map because this side of the map seems to be inundated with pollution. However, this side of the map, not so much. This side of the map seems to be pretty decent. So let us consider putting a... I think I'm going to put it right here just because then this guard tower can protect it in the event that they get attacked. I kind of like that. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll build it there. And then we should also consider a general storage right here. And let's think about it for a second. Like, why would we put it here, right? Like, why not in the center of the city? Well, if you think about it, what are our producers here? We'll just put down a lumberyard, right? We also have a mechanic shop, and we're eventually going to have a refinery. So we have 3 resources that if we put here, all 3 big producers are going to have a place to put it a lot sooner instead of having to walk all the way to the town center. Same reason why we put this here. We have 2 big producers over here. So if there's anything that's being produced here, like this fish, they could also walk to here, or, you know, if these things are, they're probably going to put it here, but in case they wanted to put it here, in case this fills up, they can. But the point is that we're reducing the amount of space that they have to walk. Thus, they're being more efficient. I don't like seeing all this because that means we're not picking it up. I mean, look at this. 6 components, firewood, rare metals, and plastic. So what happened here? We're just missing all these things? I don't know what happened, but I don't like it. Another thing, too, is that we're out of that flu season, right? So what does that mean? We could probably take out this person. It sounds bad when we say it like that. We're not taking them out. We're removing them from the post so we can add them back into our pool because there's no need for it because it's 0 out of 2. Same for this. There's only 1 out of 2. If this was fully stocked all the time, okay, that's a different story. We would then open up the second one, but we don't need it. We only use it as needed. We have, like I said, We just have contingencies. That's the whole point of this game, is to make sure that you have contingencies to fall back on. All right, so I think I was talking about using this. How is our oil looking? We still haven't got any oil, really. I thought we would have had... Oh, wait, no, there is some. Okay, so no one's just collecting it. And same thing here, right? We also have a general storage for exactly this, because these are big producers here. So again, we're just shortening the distance that, and also we're just shortening the distance that people have to walk. It is a big thing. It's you know, making your people as efficient as possible is a big thing. It's not measured in an empirical way. It's more so just designing your cities or colonies as efficiently as possible. It's not something, I mean, you can put 2 and 2 together, like how fast, like if they just need to drop it off here, drop it off, drop it off, drop it off, instead of having to walk all the way back. Makes sense. You know, it's just not something that the game is going to tell you. It's something that you kind of have to think a bit more outside of the box, but it's not a bad thing. I guess it just separates whether or not you're taking into consideration how efficient you are designing your colonies. And same thing for where are you putting your food, where are you putting bathrooms, you know, where are you putting, how are you building houses around fire produce or heat producing buildings to maximize firewood efficiency, that sort of thing. So it's just things that you have to think about when designing your cities. And this, I feel like this game does a pretty good job of, how do I say, expressing it through success on higher difficulties, but not outright saying, yeah, you this is why you're failing. Like, I don't think the game is going to straight up tell you that. I don't want to drop this, but we're also going right next, but we have 4 people that can help defend this colony. So as soon as they drop off, that's, oh gosh, is this person gonna, God, okay. Yep, well, you would think that they'd be able to handle it. Oh wait, there's another. When did that appear? Where did our people go? Didn't we just have them?
Yes. Yes.
Man, 2 people died. That's not good. Usually those elk are not bad, but it seemed like there was more than 3. And I was surprised that 1 person died to 3, because usually only 1 person is needed for 3, but then it looked like there was actually more than 3 hidden. So that wasn't good. Not good at all. And those were our defenders too, right? But where did we have these people defending? Where is this person coming from? Oh, they were walking over there. Okay. Okay. We should only have 1 though, right? Yeah, we only have 1 up. We don't have this one up. Oh, that's interesting. So as soon as the other person died, someone was immediately reassigned to it. And then they were attacked because they started defending. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we have 2 people free. Or two specialists, I should say. I don't think that they can really do anything aside from just defend. So I think that's pretty much it for them. We are pretty darn happy. We got a good amount of production. We could build a shrine, but we got to consider where the heat is. So let's actually take a look at that. Could we build this right here? We could. Actually, it's not a bad idea. Although, could we build it here? I think we could, actually. Let's put it here instead. Because it doesn't need to be, like, fully heated. If that makes sense. Let's go ahead and have you collect this body. Just so we can get out of the way. Alright, perfect. So then this shrine is going to be built next. We're struggling on the wood. I wish, man, we have 4 lumber yards and we're still struggling, which is kind of oh, this one's not built, but we will have 4 lumber yards. We eventually, once we clear this up, we're probably gonna actually, now that I think about it, we probably want to build some sort of road over here. So let's go ahead and do just that. So put a road here, and then have this go here. Boom. Because we don't know what, I forgot what side they deliver the materials, but we'll just put a road to both sides just to be safe. There we go. All right. Very nice. All right. So that way we have access to both sides, and we can deliver the material to the train yard, because eventually that's what we want to do. And again, we need 500 metal, 350 parts, 300 components, and 150 fuel. I don't know why we don't have any oil, because these have been growing for quite some time. So I'm confused, like, why hasn't this been growing oil? It looks like they did collect the soybean plants, so... See, this is 96, so I guess let's watch this. I'm a fast forward a bit. I want to see if they actually collect it, because I feel like they should be, but they're not for some reason. So let's take a look at this. 99%. 100. Okay. Waiting for worker to heart. Well, they're away. Old-fashioned handicraft. We don't even have 6 fiber? Jeez, okay. Sorry. Well, I don't have it yet. I know. Negative 10. That sucks. Alright, so one person's affected. So we should watch this. Okay, so it looks like we're rising. So maybe we should go ahead and put in a person. Yeah, so it looks like we're getting a bit of a flu again. So that's not good. Let's see if we can... we already have the minimum amount of workers on those. We have 1 in each. So we can't really do much there. Hopefully this doesn't rise anymore, but we'll keep an eye on it. It is rising. Okay, so we need to remove someone. Okay, so... Oh, wait, no. The oil is being produced. I forgot. It's just that no one's picking it up. I don't know why that is. Well, at least we have 20 oil now, but I don't know why that is. I think we just need more carriers, but shoot, we definitely need someone over there. So let's take someone off firewood, because I want to make sure that we are handling. We don't want to lose any people. We don't have any medicine. It's unfortunate. We don't have any medicine or, you know, antibiotics to handle an outbreak right now. So it looks like, yep, it is rising. So then I guess the only benefit of our specialist being done is that 3 buildings discovered. Okay, so it looks like we got some solar panels over there. Very nice. Ripper bandits. All right, so they got some parts. So we got a whole bunch of people raring to go. So let's go ahead and send them over. And we'll leave one person behind just in case, but it's just because I didn't click them. Oh, sweet. They're begging for help. We'll take in everyone. We'll take in the 5 colonists. Heck yeah. We need the help. Well, this guy needs our help. Oh, he barely lived. Barely. That wasn't good. All right, so let's go ahead and slow it down for a sec. So we got some goodies over here. Not only do we get the sturdy clothing, we also get some parts. So let's go ahead and have boom, boom. Oh, no, they're getting durable tools. Well, I would have preferred the sturdy clothing because, as you can see, we have more tools and clothing. But you know what? Whatever. We'll take it. I'm not going to say no to it. But a good amount of parts. We can definitely use those parts again. 350 parts, but as you can see, we are just dogging it on components. Like components are just extremely hard to get right now. So what should we do about that? Well, the biggest problem was our rare metals, right? Well, we're producing 2 now. We have 2 of them going at the same time. So let's go ahead and get this puppy running. But how do we do that? We don't have the electricity for it. That's a problem, right? So what does that mean? It means we have to spend components to make components, which sucks. So the only thing we can do, 4 buildings. Did we get a 4th? Oh, look at that. A wind turbine. So what that means is that we're just going to have to build a wind turbine over here, which 40 components already gone. So we want to build it. Let's put it right here, because this is 100% efficiency. I don't think we can get 100% over here, but we can get 100% over here. It is connecting to that thing. Not a big deal, as long as we can get that 30 the 30 energy created. And then let's also build a transformer. It is going to overlap a bit because we want this connected to that. So we're spending 5 plus 40, so 45 out of our 83. That's a lot. That's a lot of components. And we're on day 33. So again, we're spending components in order to make more, which I don't like it, but it's what you got to do. So it's counterintuitive, right? Because you don't want to spend it, but you kind of have to. It's weird. So this looks like it's going to run out pretty soon, so I kind of want to see, do we have another metal scrap pile? If we don't, it's not a big deal, but actually, I take that back. It kind of is. Now that I think about it, it kind of is. So I'm actually a bit nervous. If that's our last one, that means we'd have to build an underground or a metal extractor, which again takes energy, takes components. It's brutal. It honestly, this scenario can be brutal because you have to think about like, okay, I need this to do this. How do I accomplish it? And so you're having to make sacrifices and then think about, okay, is this going to work out for me or not? But also, this is producing metal at the same time, so it's like, do you think you need it? Because this is already producing metal. If we don't have any metal to produce above ground, it's not a big deal because we have 2 magnetic separators already working. But if metal does become an issue and we need to build a metal extractor, we can, but it's just not ideal. So this looks like this would probably be one of the spots. This one could be as well. So we have a few spots. We have a few spots we can put stuff on. Someone is homeless. Okay, so oh shoot, we don't have any more homes. That is not good. All right, so let's look into putting this right here. Actually, I'm gonna put a shanty here. Yeah, let's put a shanty here. Not a big problem. All we have to do is redo the roads. There we go. And like that, look, we're back in business. Okay, so let's go ahead and put someone here because we really need this wood. Wood is kind of killing us right now. So we have 2 more people that we can use. I don't think I need it on metal scrap. I don't need it on concrete because I'm good on concrete. We're producing a good amount of parts. So I feel like these next 2 should probably go to components. So once this is up and running, we do need to heal this. See, so it takes components to build components, but we also need to repair things that take components. It gets pretty messy, right? It gets pretty messy. It can be frustrating. So let's go ahead and repair this too while we're at it. We're having to spend stuff to make stuff. I guess that's just how life is too, right? It's like you have to spend money to make money, which can be counterintuitive if you're trying to save money. But it's just how it is. I'm thinking about just getting rid of these, just for the components alone. Because look, if we demolish it, we get wood, components, concrete, and metal. I mean, we need all of those. Same for this. The only nice thing is that these are relatively healthy, but same with this, we don't really need this. It's so far out. There's not really a point for us to keep those. So if anything, they would just provide us the materials that we're looking for. So we'll keep these in our back pocket just because if we do demolish it and there's no carriers to pick it up, well, they could expire. The materials can poof out of existence because they ran out of, I think it's like condition is what they call it. Yeah, condition. Now it says 100%. I don't actually believe that this is still 100%. It's probably more, it's lower than that. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, I've seen things that say 100%, and it's not 100%. Dominic, would you rather have one of your hands to your feet? Or both your hands to be glued together, and why? For the natural duration of the glue, so no cheating. Wow. I'm gonna say together, my hands together. Because I could still manipulate my hands. Great question, by the way, Dominic. Because I can still manipulate my hands and use my fingers to poke things, especially on a keyboard, and I could still use my hands freely. Whereas, like, if my hand is on a foot, I'm in a very awkward position. That I'm hunched over, I can't do much, but at least my hands, I could still move around and walk around freely, go on walks, you know, that sort of thing. Obviously, I would lose dexterity, and like, you know, I couldn't use my mouse as much anymore. I mean, if I think about it, you know, my hands are together. I could like move the mouse and then click it with the back of my pinky, but that's obviously a lot slower than me just moving around with my hands. But I've never been asked that question. That's an interesting one. All right, so it looks like we got, so look at that. We have two people being treated. See, I don't need any of these because we already have this, and there's no point in this. I mean, I'll take it just because, you know, whatever, just in case we for some reason need wheat. I don't know why we would, but just in case. So let's go ahead and put two people in here. Boom. Now we got double component production. Really good position to be in. Day 33. We have both electronics factories up and running. And both of them are self-sufficient with their own energy network. Really good position to be in. The only thing that we have left is probably the refinery in order to start producing that fuel that we need. But right now, fuel is actually produced pretty quickly, believe it or not. So once we get enough, and we only have 35 OL, so there's almost no reason to really start it. So if we look over here, we could see the buildings that we unlocked. Another mechanic shop, again, we could consider about just deleting these for the things that we need. Our carriers would pick them up if we started building the train and start putting them over there. It's another option, right? You unlock these things, you can delete them, pick up the components and the materials that come from it. And honestly, that's probably intended, because it's like, who in their right mind is going to take a 51% efficiency wind turbine that's stuck in the middle of the forest near a giant pollution pile? Probably not the best thing to have, right? So you have to select what makes sense. Like these energy panels, okay, I can kind of see that, but this is producing, or this is consuming 30 energy. That's a lot. Oh, we just finished off that pile. Okay, nice. I think I'm seeing lightning in the game. Oh, yep, something did get hit. So let's do a quick check on the colony, right? We got to make sure none of our big producers got hit. Because if a producer got hit, or one of our expensive energy things got hit, we got to repair that as soon as possible. Because if those things go down, like see, so this got hit. Let's go ahead and repair it. None of those got hit. Okay, perfect. I don't care about those. Don't care about those. These are fine. I think we're good. So it was just those. All right, so this doesn't have any more trees. Let's go ahead and take care of this over here. Boom, boom, boom. Damn, five bodies. That's a bit rough. I'm not gonna lie, that is a bit rough. There was a few mistakes made early and later on in the game, but you know, not everyone's perfect, right? Not everyone makes the most perfect decisions, and you live and learn. Completed the shrine. Okay, well, now we have a 70 plus, so I think that's all we really need. We don't need too much after that. This does take a person, right? This does take a person, so I'm not too fond of that fact, but we should also look into building another shanty, because if we look here, we are kind of we're kind of getting maxed out on shelter space. We have 0, so even after this is built, it's going to take 3 out of the 4 immediately, so we should probably build another. I don't plan on using this plastic, underground plastic, so I don't really need to worry about building around this one. So I'm just going to build right over it, because I want the shanty space, because I'm trying to make my people reproduce so that we can get more colonists. We should also look at our children. So we have 2. We have 2 schools, and they are fully occupied by the children because we have 17. We need another school. That's a lot of children, right? If you think about it, it's a lot of children for a population of 55. That means we only have the adults working, and I think the elders also work, but I think they act as carriers. I forgot. Oh, let's see. Elders function like adults, but cannot reproduce. Oh, never mind. So they can work, they just don't reproduce. So we only have 1, but we have 1 carrier because we have this right here. We have the carrier count minimum of 1, and we want that because we want things to be built, especially when we're queuing stuff. So I always like to keep at least 1 carrier because, you know, stuff like this, I want to get this built as soon as possible. But we can go ahead and take this person away because, well, we don't have anyone here. And there's 1 out of 2, so I think it's safe to say we can take this person away because they're not a sickness anymore. So I think he jumped over. Yep, looks like, well, someone did. I don't know who, but someone jumped over here. But hey, look at that. We got some concrete found. Pretty nice. Maybe we'll find another metal pile. Not a big deal if we don't, but hopefully we do. But we do have 2 people, so let's go ahead and look into perhaps, let's see, something spark. Is this damaged a lot? It's 60. We'll go ahead and spend it. Just in case it bites us in the butt, right? Because we don't want that. But, oh, hey, look at that. So we got someone over here working, so let's go ahead and have this. We can put another person here. Hold on, colony is under attack. That is no bueno. Uh-oh. Let's have our people. We need to get people to rush over here, because looks like we uncovered some bandits, and this person is injured. That is not good. So at least our tower is attacking them, but they don't care. They want to attack this person, but we're having our people rush over. There we go. Let's see. So it looks like there's something over in the whatchamacallit, the fog of war that we can't see, but there's something definitely over there. Oh, there's some wolves. That's what's hiding in the fog of war, is wolves. Bunch of wolves for us. Isn't that lovely? There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and collect that. We need 2 people for the remains of the bandits. And then we will have the rest of the people just gather this prime meat. Go. Perfect. It looks like there's another wolf over here. Let's actually have him, let's see if we can get him to attack it. Oh, there's a guard post here. Interesting. Well, hey, it's ours now, and it will protect us. I'm actually worried if there's more than 1 wolf over here, so I don't know if I want Entwerf to be by himself as he attacks, because that would not be good. if he got swarmed by 3 wolves. Whoa, when did this happen? Okay, well, these are simple repairs. They do take wood, plastic, and wood. Not a big deal. Don't know why these were hit, but whatever. Same with this. Why was this hit? I don't know. That's weird. But in any case, we will take care of it. Let's see. Are we 100%? We are. So let's go ahead and get you out of there. You don't need to be there anymore. We have that scouted. We're eventually going to get all this scouted. We could probably put a person in here too. We do have someone in here already, but we'll expand the scouting range just a bit. Actually, now that I think about it, I'd rather have this person build roads, because we have a significant amount of roads that need to be built. I'm gonna put these people over here just so if the wolves come back, we can fight a lot easier. Just to make sure we have those contingencies ready, and they are hauling butt. All right, so 75 oil. It's probably... hold on. If I were to build a large transformer here, if I put one here, and then I put a small one here, so 15, so I'd get 24. So I'd spend 15 components for 24 electricity that's only operational during the day, or I could build another wind turbine and call it good. I think I'm just going to build the other wind turbine and call it good, right? There's not really a point for me to mess with maybe getting electricity that's, you know, only half the day working, when I could just get the full 30 from one building and it operates the full time. Like, why mess with it? You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess that's how I see it, but... Alright, let's see if we can... Oh, we did pull the wolves. Oh, there's one right there. Look at that. And we got them between the two towers. The twin... Between them. And, unfortunately, for the wolves, it's not looking good for them. But, look at that. Can't click on it because its person is right above it. There we go. All right. We got the prime meat looking delicious. And our food, I mean, we're killing it in terms of food. And I mean, like, we have plenty of meat. Plenty of prime meat and plenty of meat meals because we had these 2 cookhouses churning them out like nothing. So we have only nothing but positive comfort. I mean, look at that. Positive entertainment, positive comfort, welfare. Not, you know, 3 cold, 4 tired, 3 dirty, but that could be fixed easily just by people getting their needs met. But if you look, the welfare is really high, so overall happiness is really high. It's looking pretty good. So at this point, once we get this up and running, I think it's fair to say we can start the fuel production. But again, our biggest concern is probably components. We'll put another person in here. And look at that. So see, people are going to just walk wherever they want. We'll give them the means to make it easier. So we'll just put a road here. So that way they can walk over here easier. But I mean, you can do everything that you think is perfect, and your settlers are going to say otherwise. That's just the game, man. I don't know. Maybe I haven't cracked the code on like what settlers really want, but sometimes I feel like they kind of just do whatever they please. Do we need to decontaminate? 72. Yeah, I think it's about time. We don't need to put a refinery, or we don't need this refinery at least. But again, I would like our people to, or our carriers to start building these roads. Like, I'm seeing like a lot of roads that are not built, or like that are half built too. So it's like, what's going on, folks? Come on. This is at half health. I'll just go ahead and repair these because these take concrete. That's not a critical resource for us right now. Other things are. We are pretty low on components, right? But it's because we keep spending components, like here. Keep spending components to build stuff. Day 35, we only have 40 days left. Only 40 days. So something to keep in mind. So we want, I think we should be good. I don't see us needing to build any more energy producers. Someone's not doing their duties. Tell them to snap out of it. Done. Happiness boost. Boom. Awesome. That pushes everyone up. Our comfort's super high. Everything's looking fantastic. So let's go ahead and just fast forward, because now I think we're at a point where it's like we are in auto mode. Okay, I don't know. Oh, because this exploded. Well, that's unfortunate. I was gonna say, why did that go off? I don't get it. But we could also, we probably need to build another water well. Oh, look at that. Specialist available. Darius. Sure. I mean, I wish I could use you guys more, but I don't have anything for you guys. No metal. I don't think we have any. Oh wait, I take that back. There's a metal spot right here. I went right over that. How did I not see that? All right, so let's go ahead and build it to and through. There we go. Bada bing, bada bing. Again, I just like to build blocks around my resource piles, just because when the specialists walk around, they move faster. Because I don't know if you noticed, but when specialists harvest these, they tend to like walk around and go to different spots on it. So you're just making them more efficient in that regard. So we do have another metal pile, and we might, I forgot what could be over here. I think it might just be these concrete, but I know that there's something over here. Died of old age. Well, you know, that's one way to go. But we also wanted to build some water wells, and let's go ahead and find some fertile soil. Hey, look at this, 100. It's pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and put that. We'll put it here, and let's put down one more just to be safe. Again, this isn't something that's going to negatively affect us, because these are water wells. They build them once and they're done, and so that should cover the rest of our water needs. Just those two. Boom. Do we even have... No, we don't. Interestingly enough, they allow us to build a medical lab, but it's like we started with 10 electronics. How the heck are we supposed to do anything with that? So yeah, I think we found the rest of the buildings. It's these. What's nice is that they have these two wind turbines here. We can use these. This would be one thing that I would probably use this one first. Just because it's already got the solar panels. So I think actually that's what we're gonna do. Let's put that there. I just don't know what I'm gonna use it for, because our biggest concerns are already being met. Once this is built, which should be soon, we have all the components. We're down to 21. So let's go ahead and fast forward it, and then we could start this refinery, because we do have 105 oil. We don't need it for long, because we already have 78 fuel anyways. Bada bing, bada boom. Go ahead and put one person in there. There we go. And just like that, we're literally cooking with oil. I know it's a phrase, but... Oh, we ran out of wood. Let's go ahead and move this here. We're just slowly deforesting the whole map. Unfortunate, but you have to do what you have to do for survival. Hey, look, someone was born. Awesome. I would like to build another school. I think it's just more so for... It's just the... what's the word? It's not completionist, but like someone who trying to make it as efficient as possible, because we technically only need one more slot in a school, because we have 14, we have 15 children, but we only have slots for 14. The reason why we want these people in schools, or the children in schools, is... Oh, damn it. Wind turbine critically damaged. I don't need it. I'm just going to delete it, because I have no reason for it. Actually, not a bad trade, but I should have deleted it sooner, right? Because then we could have got more. So, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. Let's just go ahead and start funneling the resources to the train. And let's do a quick save real quick, just in case it's a mistake. And you do want to save. You want to save often. I'm not saving often, but you do want to save often. The autosave is great, but you also want to do, like, it's like something that I think programmers do it. It's like, I forgot what the term is called. It's like version saving or something like that, where it's like, because the autosave overwrites itself every time, if you manually save, you can for sure go back to different saves. So let's go ahead and put this down, because then this is going to start pulling the necessary resources. And then it's going to force our people to grab the components that we need from, like, stuff like this. You know what I mean? And it actually already looks like they grabbed it, so we're good there. An intruder spotted. They're about to get away. Oh, we'll just attack them. Oh, okay. Well, that was easy. See, sometimes all you have to do is stick up for yourself. So, like, stuff like this, we can... Oh, I didn't know it actually provided lights. That's pretty cool. I actually never built these because it took so much resources. But we could probably delete these too, right? Because, I mean, what is this really being used for? It's not much. We're not using this out here. So this is just waiting for us to really demolish it. That's it. And we'll demolish it once, you know, once they bring the resources that they need. See, so this is what I mean. Now we're seeing that they're walking this way. Let's build a road that way, right? Make it easier for them. Boom. There you go. But again, that's all dependent on our people actually building the roads, which they're not. It's very frustrating. It's frustrating for me, at least. I don't like seeing the unbuilt roads, because this road has been here for a while. I mean, we built this road at the start of the game, and we've been on it for about an hour now. So, stuff like that. Let's go ahead and fast forward. Because look at that. 66 energy, 17 water. We're in a good spot. We're in a pretty darn good spot. Hypothermic. It could be better if we had houses. But again, look how much wood, right? It's a lot. It's a lot to build one house. 110. It's a huge commitment. Now, we could do it because, I mean, we don't need the wood, but we also need the metal. We need the metal for the for this thing. Now, once all the metal's here, I would probably feel better. Oh, that's a lot of people. Damn. I didn't think we had that many carriers. Let's go ahead and just start demolishing these and see if they take the components from here. There we go. And let's kind of watch this area, right? See if they come over here. Kind of curious. Because we just have this stuff over here. Not seeing anyone yet. Oh. No one's coming over here. Well, maybe they will later. Well, it's just sitting there by itself. As you can see, all of our components are being used up pretty quickly here. So we're slowly adding stuff to it, and our refinery is working. We don't have that much fuel, but we're producing it here. So people are infected. Okay, hold on. We need to open this up and shoot. Hey, Delwar, what's up, man? Good seeing you. We're just here trying to beat. Well, we are gonna beat it. We're just slowly beating this scenario. But I think we're in a good spot. I feel like we're ahead of schedule, so I feel like we're doing pretty darn well. Doing good, man. Doing good. I'm actually gonna head out soon for some Father's Day activities. So, but what about you? Doing all right? Everything good? I really want to see these people pick these up, but they're not. Colony under attack. Let's slow it down for a sec because we don't want to make the same mistake again, right? So where are we being attacked? We're being attacked over here, so we'll send some people over here, and then we'll send some fine folk over here. 16 people infected. That is a lot of people. There we go. And so yeah, usually that's kind of like how it goes down. Like the first time we were attacked by a lot of deer that just like rushed inside our base and just killed people, which typically doesn't happen. Usually they're attracted to the guard posts. So I was very confused to see how we lost so many people so quickly. 15 people infected. Someone is homeless. Okay. Damn. That's one way of putting it, man. Alright, so... Oh, they attacked this? Or no, it was probably from a meteor. Alright, so we need to build... How are we on this? Let's see. Do we have all the metal here? We do have all the metal. So you know what? Let's go ahead and build a house. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Gotta repair these before... Don't want the bathrooms going down, you know what I mean? The bathrooms went down. That'd suck. Alright, so let's put a house... Just put a housing district. I mean, we could put it here, right? It's not a bad idea. Let's put a house here. And then I think we could build a road. Yeah, we could build a road right there. And that still works out nicely. Don't like that. So we are kind of maxed out. Damn, we have all of these. I don't need any more specialists. I need colonists. See, now we're losing people. So that's not good. See, even with 3, you know, we built a 3rd and it's, damn. It says gosh darn seasonal. Uh-oh. And we lost one on a very important building too, the electronics building. And we still have 9 people infected. I don't like that. I do not like that. We can remove you. We could probably heal this up. Let's see. No, where did that go? Where did that person go that we just freed up? Well, I guess in any case, they are being used elsewhere, but still. Let's see. How are we on plant-based nutrition? Oh, we still have a lot. We still have a lot of berries. I'm almost suffice to say that we probably don't even need to build, you know, like a vegetable here. I mean, we might be able to just get away with sunflowers the whole way through. We do have 100 oil. So what are we lacking? So we need parts. We obviously need components and a little bit more fuel. But parts and fuel are probably going to come a lot sooner. But let's go ahead and pause it for now. So that way we don't pull any more parts or components, because we probably need stuff for repairs, right? We need to repair some things. So we pulled everything that we need in terms of the metal. But I also want to look into building. Let's build a house here, because why not? But I want to look into building. I just want to put a burner here, you know. There we go. And that's gonna take us off of our production a bit, because that's gonna use more. And so that means we got to put someone back on here. But we still have 7 people infected, and we are currently maxed out on all of our what are these called? Medical tents. A field hospital would be nice, but I mean, look at that cost, right? It's a lot. Now, arguably, it's probably a better investment, because if you read it, advanced high-capacity medical building, able to heal several colonists faster than a medical tent. Now, could you argue, hey, if we built this, could we have saved the people that were infected? Because that means that we would have been able to address them quicker. Maybe, but 45 components, it's a lot. It's a lot to commit to. And not only that, 10 energy and 2 water. The 2 water is not a big deal, but you know, the construction cost is a lot. So if it were me, I would probably build this sooner than later, but I was kind of trying to get around it by building more medical tents. Did it solve the problem? I mean, it kind of did, but it also just, I mean, look, we still have 5 infected people, and we're maxed out on each tent, so. But it is getting the job done. I don't see anyone else that has died, so let's go ahead and fast forward. Everything's spinning. I need to lie down. Yeah, I get it, man. Completed a house. Look at that. And just like that, got a nice looking house. We went from shanties, overcrowded medical tents, to house. Pretty darn good spot, if I do say so myself. The energy grid is we can't even pay. Battery rack is critically damaged. Okay, well, we'll repair that. See, that's a good thing we didn't use all the components. We stopped the component usage, and so now we can afford the repairs. It's very important, because this is critically damaged. The health is going to go down by itself, I believe. Yeah, see, so health is slowly went down. It was 23, then it went to 22, but we fixed it. We stopped it. We're good. So these are being heated. It does mean that our consumption is higher. Let's go ahead and put someone here, so that way our production is 1 higher. We want it to be equal to or higher. That is the key. So I think, yeah, so that's fully scouted. So we do have this. Let's see how we're doing here. Our parts are slowly going up. Metal is already maxed out. We could put another person here for the oil. But I do have to say, I do have to stop here. Baby is up. So I appreciate all those who stopped by and chatted. And as always, guys, I will see you next time. I hope you have a good one.